Hello everyone, welcome to Elevate Techie. Come to the another video of the playlist how to develop a real-time BDD framework from scratch using Selenium with Java. So in the previous video we have seen how to pass the test data using examples keyword in the feature file. Let's try to develop a new scenario in today's video. So let's see what is the scenario we want to design in our application. So let's say I want to click on the chapter 1 link, and in this chapter 1 link let's see if the user is able to click on this radio button. So here we have got a radio button, and let's see if the user is able to click on this. So in general, while designing the scenarios, what we do is we maintain a separate feature file for each and every functionality. So now here we are trying to design the scenario for the chapter 1 page. So let's create a new feature file for the chapter 1 page. So let's modify this as homepage.features, and as we are trying to design the scenario for the chapter 1 page, let's create a new feature file with the name chapter 1. Select file, let's name it as chapter 1 validations dot feature. So let's remove all of this, and first what we need to add is the tag of the feature file. Let's say it as chapter 1 validations. As this feature file contains all the chapter 1 page related validations, we can add the tag as chapter 1 validations at the feature level. And let's give the feature keyword and the description of the feature. This validation of chapter 1 functionalities. So now let's try to design the scenario, and for that first let's add the tag for the scenario. So here we are trying to validate the radio button. So let's say radio button validation, and the scenario description we are going to add using the scenario keyword, and let's say validation of radio button for the chapter 1 page. So that is going to be the description of the scenario. Now we have to design the scenario using the given, when, then and end keywords. So here what we have got is going to be under the given keyword. So what we have got here is the URL of the application. So what we need to do is get the browser initiated, and the browser navigates to the URL of the application. And if you observe in the homepage.feature, in the given user navigates to the application, we did the same. So what we did is, when you go to the step definition file, here you can observe we have initialized the browser and then got the URL of the application. So what we can do is copy the same step instead of writing the new one. So let's copy the same test step, and then what we need to do is, once we navigated to the application, we need to click on the chapter 1 link. Clicking on the chapter 1 link is also developed under this user clicks on the link. So let's copy the same and paste it now. So when the user clicks on the chapter 1 link, the next step we have to verify is we have to click on this radio button. So let's add with the end, and then say user clicks on the radio button. Later we have to validate if the radio button is enabled. So we say, so we add that under the then keyword. We will be adding it as verify if the radio button is enabled, and let's try to give the test data for the link name with the examples keyword. So let's add the examples as well. So test data variable is link name, and right now we are going to click on the chapter 1. So link name is going to be chapter 1. So we have designed the test scenario successfully. Now we know that the next step is to implement the test steps for the test scenario which we have designed. So we have already seen that user navigates to the application is common across the two feature files, and also when you observe, so for any of the test scenario we are going to write, we need the browser to be initiated and also we need to navigate to the URL of the application. So this particular test step is going to be common across all the feature files. So for organizing these type of common test steps, what we can do is go to steps package and then we create a new Java class which is common steps. Click on finish. Now what we have to do is under this file we can add all the common steps we have across the application. So we can see that under both the feature files and also for any of the feature file we are going to develop, this step is going to be common. So from the demo1 steps.feature, let's remove this and let's add it in the common steps file. So let's move this WebDriver as well. So even in future also, if we observe that there is any other step which is common across all the feature files, we can just go ahead and come to this common steps.java file and add those test steps under this file. And here when you observe, again the WebDriver variable is throwing us the error because we have defined the WebDriver under the common steps.java file and we are not able to use that as we defined under the class level of this common steps. So we want this driver to be used across all our framework. So for that what we can do is, instead of declaring this WebDriver variable under the class level, we can declare across the framework as a global variable so that this can be used across all the files in the framework. So let's go ahead and create a global variables file. Let's go to src test java and under this let's create a package com.mididi.variables and let's maintain all our variables under this package. So here what we are going to do is create a new file which is Java file and let's name it as global variables. Click on finish. So we got the Java file created and let's move this WebDriver variable from the common steps file to global variables. So this C driver variable now can be used across the framework in all the files by importing this global variables class. So in the common steps, let's try to import the global variables class. It is going to be static and com.mididi.variables and under this class name is global variables and let's import all the variables under it. So now you can see the errors got rectified. Let's do the same in this demo1 steps.java file as well. Let's import the global variables class. And you can see now the errors got rectified. As we have modified the WebDriver variable, now let's try to run and see if this scenario is working fine or not. Let's copy the tag of the scenario and go to test runner file and paste it. And now let's run the test runner file. Here we haven't implemented these two steps of user clicks on the radio button and verify if the radio button is enabled. So these two steps we haven't implemented yet, but let's run and make sure that the browser is initialized and is able to navigate to the application as we have moved this browser variable to the global variables. So you can see we are able to initialize the browser and it has navigated to the application and also it has clicked on this chapter 1 link. So it has worked till this step, and when you observe in the console, you can see these two steps will not be implemented. So it is saying you can implement the steps using the snippet. So these two steps are not yet implemented. So we need to implement these two steps. So let's copy these two and paste it in our step definition file. So for this, let's create a new step definition file which covers the validations for the chapter 1 page. So let's name it as chapter 1 validations steps. And let's paste these 2 steps. Let's import the annotations when and then. So in this way, instead of creating a new driver for every particular step definition file, what we can do is we have created a global variables.java file, and under this we have declared the variable at the global level, and we are using the same driver reference in every step definition file by importing it from this global variables class. In the similar way, in future, if you want to use any of the variable which is common across all the feature validations, we can declare that variable under the global variables file, and then we can use it across all the files in the framework. Apart from this, we have also seen why to create the common steps.java file. So whatever the test steps which are common across all the feature files, and in this case we have user navigates to the application which is common across all the feature files. We have added that test step implementation under the common steps so that this can be used across all the features in our framework. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you learned something new today. Please do like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.